And now you see on the altar, devotees, the gaze who don't know, always on your right, on the altar, on the left, on your left, there is two deities, if you see. Both are having their hands up. You see? Both. So, on this side is Lord Chaitanya, who is none other than Radha Krishna. See Krishna Chaitanya, Radha Krishna, Lord Chaitanya. Krishna, but he is in the mood of Radharani. And next to him is the Lord Nityananda. We are surviving this. That's reality. We don't know that. So now we know. In the Srimad Bhagavatam, Srimad Bhagavatam is the Amala Purana, right? Spotless Purana. There are 18 Puranas, and last one is the Srimad Bhagavatam. And in that Srimad Bhagavatam, in the 12th, 11th canto, 5th chapter, text 32, is written that now Srimad Bhagavatam is spoken by the Vyasadeva, who is the literal incarnation of Lord. He has written in the 11th canto, 5th chapter, Krishna Vardam Prasad Krishnam Sango Pangasta Parshadam Jagya Sankirtan Praya Yajanti Sumedasham. And it's ready now. So it says that in the age of Kali, this is the age of Kali. Kali means the age of quarrel and that's what Kali Yoga is. Kali Yoga is a place where people are, their memory, they lose their memory. Intelligence is not much. They short lives, so many dosha, so many patients in Kali Yuga. The age of Kali, which we are in. So it says in the age of Kali, intelligent persons perform the congregational chanting to worship the incarnation of Godhead, who constantly sings the names of Krishna. Although his complexion is not blackish, he is Krishna, which is Lord Chaitanya. He is accompanied by his associates, servants, weapons, and confidential companions. So there is Lord Chaitanya, who appeared 500 years ago on this planet to fulfill, which is written in Srimad Bhagavatam. Understand, Srimad Bhagavatam was spoken 5,000 years ago by Sukadeva Goswami Maharaj Parikshit. And at that time, it was written at that time that that is the time when the Kali Yuga was going to start. It was written that this is the age of Kali, and in the age of Kali, the science of self-realization is the congregational chanting. And this congregational chanting was started by Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who is Krishna himself. And Lord Chaitanya had also prepared his name spread in every town and village. This happened now in the last 3 years. Every town, wherever you go, everybody knows Hare Krishna. So to have his associate with his Lord Nityananda here. Lord Nityananda is none other than Balaram. Lord Nityananda is most merciful incarnation. Most merciful. He is God. Means he is the serving Lord Chaitanya to fulfill the desires of Lord Chaitanya. Also in Bhagavatam, in 12th canto, chapter 3, text 51, Kale dosho nidhe rajan asti ek mahana Nityananda Krishnasya mukta sanghaparam. Says that this is the Sukadeva Goswami is talking to Maharaj Parikshit. Says, my dear king, although Kali Yuga is an ocean of faults, there is still one good quality about this age. Simply by chanting the Hare Krishna mantra, one can become free from material bondage and be promoted to the transcendental kingdom, which is the Golok Kingdom, the transcendental kingdom. That's where we want to go, right? How many of you want to go to the back of garden? Raise your hands. Good. Everyone wants that. That's good. So to go back to Godhead, go to Krishna, the simple process in this Kali is the chanting the holy name. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram. Simple process. Even in any circumstance, you can chant holy name. Also in Srimad Bhagavatam, 12th canto, chapter 3, text, these are the pramana. When we speak something, we have to speak pramana. We have to speak, which we have to follow in the line of this succession. And this is the succession we are talking about. This is not something imagination, mythology made up. This is the truth. Spoken by Krishna himself. So in the 12th canto, please look at Triteya Adhyaya to Vishnu, Tretayam Yajatombe, Dvapara Parichayaya, Kalauta Darikirtana. They say that whatever is just obtained in Satya Yuga, what was it? There are different yugas, Satya Yuga, Treta Yuga, Dvapara Yuga, and we are in Kali Yuga. In Satya Yuga, the process was for the sense of self-realization, but the process was meditation. In Treta Yuga, the process for the self-realization was Yajna. Who appeared in Treta Yuga? Or Ramchandra, right? And at that time, what was main process? Yajna. Right? Then after the Treta Yuga was the Dvapara Yuga. What was the process in Dvapara Yuga? Iti worship, puja, right? And the process in the Kali Yuga is simple process. In yoga, it is not possible to perform. Meditation is not possible. How can you meditate? Everywhere there is always some sound vibration. Right? Difficult to meditate. And if the sound vibration is not there, then our mind is vibrating. When we try to meditate. So that's not possible. Yajna is also not possible like in Trita Yoga. Yajna we will perform is not possible because yajna require what required for yajna to perform. Besides money, what else? Yeah, money is required, of course. What is required for yajna? Speak up, please. I'm going to interact here. I'm not going to sit and talk myself.
Chanting of the mantras that are needed.
Brahmana is required, right? Pure ghee. Where can you get pure ghee these days? Brahmana is required. We'll talk about one of the pastimes of Lord Nityananda. I hope I'm going to have a time to talk. You can extend a little bit the lecture today, is it okay? So, Brahmanas, where is the Brahmanas today? We talk about that in one of the pastimes about Brahmanas. That's not possible. And then the was the worship, deity worship. Have deity worship. And of course, Hare Krishnas are having the best deity worship in the world, I think. Of course, there are temples in South India, all Balaji temple, and there are many good things. But you know, deity worship which is on this planet is Hare Krishnas are difficult to deity worship. Difficult. So the process is the chanting the holy name. You can chant the holy name any place, any time, any circumstances, anywhere. So this is the simple process, and this process was started given by Lord Chaitanya and his associate, Lord Nityananda. And this is by the personality who is in the back. Who is that personality? How many is this personality sitting in the back? Raise the hands, please. How many of you know this personality who is sitting in the back? Some of you don't know. That is the Srila Prabhupada, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. He has brought this process for us. He was so kind, merciful, that he brought this process for us to, so that we can live happy life. Got it? We can chant. So you're gonna chant this song, which is a nice song. It is, I think, instead of Jairada Mother, we can sing this song today, and it's on the board, so you can also follow. Okay? Is that okay with everybody? Yes. So, okay. Sri Krishna Chaitanya Daya Karo तुम बिना के दयालु जगत संसार पतित पावन मौसम पीता प्रभु न पहले आहा प्रभु नित्यानंद प्रेमानंद सोके Prabhu Nityananda Premananda Daya karo Sitapati Advaita Dosha Ahaswarupa Sanatana Ruparaguna Ahaswarupa Sanatana Ruparaguna Daya karo siya chari Prabhu Sri Ramachandra Sangamage Krishna Chaitanya Jaya Karo Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Ram Ram Hare Hare. Bola 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 bola. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. If you clap your hands, good fortune. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Jaya Gauranitai, 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 Jaya Gauranitai. So why don't you everybody read the translation? Everybody together read the translation, please, of this.
Your incarnation is just to reflect the condition of soul. I assure you that you have not find a greater power of soul than me. Therefore, my praise first. My dear Lord Nityananda, you are always joyful in spiritual bliss. Since you always appear very happy, I have come to you for most happy. If I find with you have not told me, then I may also become happy. My dear, you are so kind. Please be merciful to me. If you are kind to me, actually you are Oh, Oh, Sri Goswami, Oh, Sri Goswami, Krishnathan Goswami, Sridhar Goswami, Gopal Goswami, Gopal Goswami, and Sri Radha Goswami, Oh, Lokanath Goswami, and my beloved Master, Lakshmana also prays for your mercy. Oh, Sri Acharya, Sri Goswami, please be merciful to me. Lakshmana always desired the company of Ramachandra Chakravarti.
This is the, you can see the mention in the disciplic succession is mentioned here. This Hare Krishna movement is not some mental concoction. It is in the line of disciplic succession. It's a science. Science of the soul. This moment is not on the bodily concept of life. This moment is giving the process, giving the scientific process of the soul to connect with the super soul. And by the mercy of Srila Prabhupada in this big situation, we are following this process. So this process was inaugurated by Lord Chaitanya and Lord Nityananda, who is the Lord himself, his servant God, his servant God. Means he is the following instruction in by Lord Chaitanya to preach the message in every town and village. We say that Narottam Das Thakur is saying that Nitai Bina Bhai Radha Krishna Paitin. Says that without the mercy of Lord Nityananda, no one can attain Sri Radha Krishna. There is the mercy of Lord Nityananda. Lord Nityananda is the most merciful. He was ordered by Lord Chaitanya to preach the message, this go in Bengal. At that time, this is 500 years ago. Bengal was known to be Navadvip. Navadvip was known to be this big scholarly personalities. Yeah, philosophical, great personalities. But at the same time, there are also people who were Sahaja Brahmins, who were Kali worshippers. Still it's going on, as you know, probably in Bengal. They were not real Brahmins. They were not Vaishnavas. They all were, many of them were just for the material desires, to fulfill the material desires. That's what they did. So Lord, and many of the, we'll talk about this pastime, this chapter. This is, we'll talk about this, how Lord Nityananda delivers the thieves at the house of Hiranya Pandit. The thieves were the Brahmins. So at that time, 500 years ago, there were Brahmanas who were thieves. What to say of this at present? That's why Lord Chaitanya had said, Kalo Sudra Sambhava. Everybody is Sudra. No one. They are not even caste here, particularly, remember, because when you talk about the Vaishnavas, your India is just with the caste. They are not even caste here. According to Gun and Karma, not by birth. Krishna himself has established Chaturvarnamaya Srishta Guna Karma Vibhagasya. Right? But it's going to Gun and Karma, not by birth. Yeah, if you are born in the Brahmin family, you can be a good Brahmin, but you have to act. You can't just have the 2 rupees Brahman, 3rd and 7th Brahman. No. It's by Guna and Karma. If you have that Guna and Karma, yes, if you are good. So this Lord Nityananda was given the Lord Nityananda is the most merciful incarnation. He is Balaram. As you know, Balaram appeared when Lord Krishna appeared 5,000 years. Right? You all know that. So same Balaram appeared as one to deliver all the fallen souls of this age of Kali. just by begging. He would beg. He would beg, he would go from place to place, house to house, and say, please chant Hare Krishna. Please chant. Akrodha Paramananda Nityananda Rai, Abhimana Sunya Netai, Nagare. Akrodha, no anger. Not anger, no anger. He was without pride, he was just giving. Adamapati Dware Dware Giya, Harinama Mahamantra, he would go Dware Dware, go from Adama, all the southern people, go house to house, and say, please chant Hare Krishna. Please chant. Because he wanted to deliver all the fallen souls from this age of Kali, go back to bring them back. Guard back to Braj, Vrindavan, Golok Vrindavan. That is Lord Nityananda. And he came through. Now Lord Nityananda, when he was in love, he was Avadhuta. And he was a sannyasi, but he would wear, nice clothes and gold jewelries, gold and silver jewelries. He was Avadhuta. He was always in of how to deliver his fallen souls in this age. Always meditating. Krishna or Gauranga. He was wearing the jewelries, ankle pads, all his fingers. He has a nice golden diamond rings, nice clothes, sandalwood pearl on his body. Instead of carrying the danda, he was carrying an iron stick, like an elephant. Whoever was coming in touch with him, they were becoming Krishna conscious just by seeing him. Just by seeing him, they were becoming Krishna conscious people. That is the beauty of these great personalities. It's like Srila Prabhupada. Many devotees, many people who just saw Srila Prabhupada and they became devotees. They had not even talked to him. Because they saw these great personalities. He had no personal motives. The love is emanating from his heart. It's like a big aura around. He was not God. So Prabhupada never says, I'm God. He said, I'm just a servant of God. I have come with the desire of my spiritual master as ordained to preach this message in the Western country in English language. So I'm here. So same we have Lord Nityananda, but here is Lord Nityananda is not Jiva. He is the potency of Jiva. So in the spiritual life, when we want to achieve the goal of the life, which is the Krishna Prema. That is the goal. Is that right? Is the goal is Krishna Prema or goal is to some material goals? What is the goal? How many of you raise the hands? How many wants to have a Krishna Prema in this life? Want to achieve? Good. Everybody's agreeing with that. So good. So we are on the same level. So the goal to achieve the goal of that Krishna Prema, we have to have it by the mercy of the Guru. Sadhu and Guru. We need that mercy. So Lord Nityananda is the representative of all the Gurus are representation of Lord Nityananda. Lord Nityananda is Adi Guru. So Lord Nityananda it is mentioned how he was wearing the dress, beautiful, nice dress. He was effulgent, looking beautiful. People were just becoming Krishna conscious just by seeing him everywhere. So there was needed light. So many people were, besides, as you know, this college. So there were besides some people who were kind of seeing this Lord Nityananda in this nice diamond, gold, jewelries, and there were some who were not happy because they were saying, what this, how is he having this? We are supposed to be not various things, simple. But he was out of he was always absorbed. So at that time, it says that Lord Chaitanya delivered many fallen souls, and through Nityananda, Lord Chaitanya delivered, but through Nityananda, Lord Chaitanya delivered all the fallen souls. Lord Chaitanya liberated the three worlds, but Lord Nityananda saved everyone, including thieves, plunderers, wretched, and fallen souls. Now sometimes we think, well, I'm not that. Right? I'm not that. I'm not thief. I'm not plunderer. But little bit, small plunderer. Isn't it? It is there, that consciousness is there. Consciousness is not just external consciousness. So that was, so Lord Nityananda. So at that time, can I go on a little bit longer today for this lecture? I will start. Is it okay? Oh, thank you. So there was a young Brahmana lived in Navadvip. He was a formidable thief and plunderer. Brahmana. No one was equal to greater than him was in all sinful activities he was doing. And he had a whole group of his followers with him. Birds with the same, what do you call in English? Birds with the same feather flocks together. Right? So this Brahmana had all these thieves and plunderers with him. He had a whole group of these people. And they saw this Nityananda, that, oh, here is someone who is wearing all this gold and all the diamonds and all the jewelries and, millions of rupees worth of things. It is nice to take all this out from him. He has come now, and this is the time now. They were the one worshipper of the Chandi. Chandi is the Durga Devi, right? No? They worship of Chandi, and they offer the Chandi the meat and the wine. Brahmana. They worship the Chandi. So they thought that this is a good time. So, we will become billionaire of billionaires by this, taking away all the jewelries from this Nityananda. He has come. So they planned out. They all got together and decided what should we do. So they worshipped the Chandi Devi. Now Nityananda was living in the house of the Brahmana called Hiranya Pandit. Hiranya Pandit was a great Brahmana person. It's not all the Brahmins are plunderers, but the point is that there is Kali Yuga. So Hiranya Pandit was a great personality, great Brahmana. He was very devoted to Lord Chaitanya and Lord Nityananda. So the Lord Nityananda, Lord Nityananda was staying at the Hiranya Pandit's house. And they were all his associates, they would use a chant of holy name. Lord Nityananda associates, and every time, everywhere together is a chanting holy name. That's what they do. In this Kali Yuga, the sound vibration is the most important. Hmm? Sound vibration can purify everything. Why are we doing the theater? You're doing the theater next Saturday or Sunday. Why? Because by chanting the holy name, loud kirtan, which is purifying the whole atmosphere around. Sound vibration is most important. So all these devotees of Lord Nityananda, they all gather to chant. So here these pigs decided that they had one spy. They all decided how to do it now. So they all decided they had one spy. As you know, thieves have a spy go out for checking out whole situation, where to go, what to do. So they had a spy, and then they brought the spy, sent the spy, and the spy said, right now, this Mahasaya Nityananda, he's having his prasadam, he's eating, and all everywhere around him is everybody's chanting outside and inside the house, and everybody's keep chanting the holy name. The Lord. So they decided that what we will do is that tonight we'll go and we will invade the house of this Hiranya Pandit. And we will become millionaire. Because one was saying, I will take a pearl necklace, another was saying, I will take all the gold rings, one thief was saying, I will have all his bangles, his bracelets, one thief is saying, I will have his ankle pads, and we'll be happy, we'll enjoy it. We'll become millionaires. That's what they were thinking. Of course, Lord Nityananda knew what was going to happen. He's the Lord. So, Lord Nityananda is gone to sleep at night. And the thieves decided that they will come at night. Thieves usually come at night. Of course, if they come daytime more. But usually they used to come at night. So they all thieves come in the night with knives and with all the weapons and everything. The house of this Hiranya Pandit's house. So when they came, before they saw that what happened is that Nidra Devi, they all sitting under the tree near his Hiranya Pandit's house, and they were, as the night will come out, then we will go and enter the house. So Nindra Devi, one of the Devi, put them to sleep under the tree. Nindra Devi put them to sleep. They were waiting because they were waiting as middle of the night. They wanted to go, so they waited under the tree outside near his house. But it is Lord's energy, Lord's desire. So Nindra Devi put all them to sleep under the tree. And they couldn't. When they woke up in the morning, dawn time. So they couldn't stay. They fall asleep. So they got up in the morning and my gosh, what happened? So they are blaming each other. You went to sleep first. They are blaming each other. Yeah, so what did you do? I went to what did you do? You went to sleep too, right? So they are fighting with each other. Then wake me up. You didn't go. Like that. Sometimes when our devotees have to get up for Mangal Arati, they do that. Huh? So anyhow, so they fell asleep. So they couldn't do it. So now they couldn't think. So they just slept. They said, now we have to plan next night. We cannot just. They said, this we saved. You know. So they decided this time we're going to. They said, one of them said, stop this fighting. Why we are fighting with each other? We all fight. Right? At least they said, Goddess Chandi kindly saved us from the disgrace. So now they decided the main thing, Brahmana, is talking to the all this. Don't fight. There is no use of fighting. By the mercy of Goddess Chandi, whatever happened has happened. Means we're not going to pain every day. We pay one night, but we have another night, we go another night. But this time, they say we have to worship. We have to properly worship, chant Goddess Chandi, get her blessings, and they offer the wine. And they say tonight we're going to go. Let's plan it for tonight, next night. So they planned it next night also, and they went with all weapons and everything with them. The night time. So when they came near the house, they saw the big guards around the house of the Siranya Pandits around his house. And these guards were big with the weapons all around the house. And they had nice garlands and they look beautiful. They looking beautiful. And they were chanting the holy name. So these guards they saw that, wait, how the guards came in? The thieves are thieves. How the guards came in here? So some thought, well, it's probably possible because this is Nityananda is a big person, because big person, they didn't know, they don't think he's a god. They think that he's a big person because he has all the children and everything. But they're the big person in that money. And the Kali Yuga man is known to be how much money he has, how many factories he has. Right? So they thought, well, some person is a big person. So God, or say thought some other person has come to meet him, and he said that why that person is the guard, and that's why these guards are there. They thought he's a learned scholar, and Nityananda, probably some scholars has come, the big person, the guards, so that's why the guards are there. Someone said that people call him Gosai. Then other thing is saying, shut up. He's not Gosai. He cannot be a Gosai. Gosai is the great person. He's sadhu. He's not. He's wearing all the jewelry. How can he be? The main Brahman is saying that I know why these guards are there. He says the reason is because many people from distance come to see him, so that's why. Probably some people, great person has come, some rich person has come to see this Nityananda, and that's why that is here they brought the cards. And all these sadhus, they are emotionally, the guards are emotional, they are emotionally, sentimentally chanted. That's what this they were thinking. They said, let's go home now. This is not going to work. They tried 2 times. So they have to wait for a couple of days. We have to plan something better than this. So they are worshipping Chandi Devi again like that and asking for the blessings, for the mercy. So they planned, after 10 days, they planned. This time they came at night. And at that time, everything became completely dark, so dark. Completely dark. And as they were coming towards the house, they became blind. They couldn't see. All these things. So what happened? They couldn't see anything. No. Since then suddenly the blind is shocked, all these things. Their mind intelligent and life had almost ceased to function because imagine they have all the webs with them and the blind cannot see anything. So one of them fell in the trench where there is mosquitoes, leeches, all the different. One of them fell in the ditch where the people wash their hands, all the dirty water, and there was scorpion. Some fell in some other ditch. Some place is not on with the thorns. And not just that, on top of that, what happened? They have the suffering. All these things are suffering. And on top of what happened? Lord is saying rain, heavy rain on them. Heavy rain. Yeah. So sometimes we say that wise person, by listening, he would accept. Right? But some person has to go through the experiences. So these things have to go through really heavy difficulty. Imagine. And these are not ordinary big things. Hey, nobody has done simple activities as nobody is same as greater than these things. They are following this teach, and the scorpions are fighting and all this. Imagine the situation. So finally the last sinful Brahmana, chief Brahmana of these things had sudden change of heart. And he started beginning to think that this Nityananda is not ordinary man. He must be God. So what the people are saying is true. Because he saw that first day, Ninda, they put them to sleep. He's thinking himself. Second day, all the guards were around the house. How did the guards sleep? It's because Lord Nityananda is Lord. So by his potency, he can manifest anything. He's holding the holds. He's holding all the millions of universes on his hold. To bring in the guards, what is different for him? And then third day, he saw how much difficulty he had. Myself and all colleagues are in the beach and suffering, and Lord Indra is pouring the rain. So here I like change of heart. Here I like change of heart. So after all this, he said, I still didn't become aware of his greatness now, but his agony of suffering has shown that how much sin, I'm a Brahma, and how much sin I am. His heart changed. And I was there to steal from the Lord. Thinking this way, he realized that there is no other shelter than to what to do? Surrender to Lord. That's only solution to surrender. So taking this way, the Brahman took the shelter of the lotus feet of Nityananda. It is said that If you remember the lotus feet of Gaudithai, keep that in mind. It's important for us in our lives. Everything difficult becomes easy. If you remember the lotus feet of Gaudithai, anything difficult becomes easy. If you remember the lotus feet right there in the last one. And if you don't remember the lotus feet of Lord Gaudithai, then what happens? Everything becomes what? It's said in the scripture. So always remember the lotus feet of Gaudithai, Lord Chaitanya, Lord. Everything becomes easy for you. Anything you have, remember the lotus feet of Lord Gaudithai. He will make it easy. That is promise from the scripture. So this Brahmana, he surrendered to the Lord Nityananda. And he came to the Lord Nityananda and he's praying obeisances and please save me. He said, please save me. And he started to shiver and he started to tell about what he did all his life. How much sinful activities he had, and he told everything. The people around Lord Nityananda were thinking, they knew because all the people around Lord Nityananda, they knew that who this person is a Brahman and he's a big planner. They all were afraid of him. And now he has come and he is waiting for the mercy of the Lord Nityananda. He's pretending probably. His plan is pretending. He's probably come here, his plan is something. To do some more things. They were thinking that. But then they saw that he's really by his heart. He was really praying to Lord and begging for the mercy. Please give me mercy. So Lord Nityananda asked him, what do you want, Brahman? He said, what do you want? Lord Nityananda is praising you. He said, I'm surprised by your wonderful qualities. Lord doesn't see your bad qualities, he sees your good qualities. That's another thing we have to remember. In Putna, right? In the example of Putna, what Lord see in Putna? Even though she was coming with poison on her nipples to have Krishna drink, right? Lord didn't see that. Lord saw that, oh, she's coming here to breastfeed her milk. Lord saw that. And what happened when Putna left the body? Where did she go? She was the associate of Jashoda in the spiritual world. So Lord is saying, Lord, whatever we do it. Service to the Lord. Lord see that, oh my devotee is coming to serve. That's why it's important to serve. In many different ways you can serve the Lord. If that way is coming up, you can serve with that many different ways. It's not a one-man theater, not a one-man show. Require everybody's, all of you, everybody's together. So that's, he said, please tell me all about the glories of Krishna that you have seen and heard. Speak freely without word. Lord is asking. Brahmana really, he was feeling sorry. He said, I was lower than the dog eaters. He told everything what he had done. And he was worshipping, and he told everything how I came to you. He told everything what happened. First day I came this way, and this happened. Second day, this happened. Third day, after 10 days I came. This is what happened. We were all in the ditch, and we were really suffering and all. So please, Yamraj has really tortured us. It was like tortured by Yamraj. He tortured us. Please now, please forgive me, forgive us, please. For mercy, please, and fully surrender. Then Lord Nityananda said, "O Brahmana, you are indeed fortunate. You are a staunch devotee of Krishna birth after birth. Otherwise, why did he bestow mercy on you like this? Who can experience such a wonderful influence except the devotee? Lord Chaitanya has incarnated to deliver all the fallen souls. There is no doubt about it. Listen, O Brahmana. I will take away all your sinful reactions of your actions." The Lord is saying, same thing happens to us when we surrender to Srila Prabhupada. All our past action, reactions of all the sinful activities are gone. New life starts. So then they say, I will take a water, but you must not sin again. From now on, no stealing, not steal, plunder, or do violence to anyone. Lead a pious life, always chanting the holy name of God. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. You will be able to, and he said, you will then be able to deliver others. Gather all the thieves and plunderers together and preach to them to lead a pious life. Lord took his garland and he gave his garland to this Brahmins. Yes, everybody was so joy. So, and not just that, but Brahman is still feeling sorry. He said, I dare to be envy of you. This material world is a place of envy. A place of envy. Because originally we are envious of who? Krishna. That's why we are in this material world. We are. But now I know what to do. You all know this solution, right? Take the shot. He said, I'm so sinful, Lord, what is my destiny? The Brahman is saying. So Lord Nityananda is so merciful, he put his lotus feet on the head of this Brahman. Nullified all his offenses. Later on, Brahman convinced all the thieves and all the plunderers to take the shelter of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's. And they gave up all the plunder and all these things. And they received the Krishna Bhakti. So this is Lord Nityananda. So we are very fortunate. We all are here very fortunate that we all have some propensities out there. Some Kama, Krodha, Lobha, Moha, Matsarya, all these qualities are within our heart. They all can be removed just by chanting the holy name. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. We have come in touch with Srila Prabhupada, we have come in touch with the Gaurikai. Let's take the shelter of Shishigornika. Don't think we will approach Radha Krishna without the mercy of Nityananda. Mercy of Lord Nityananda will be able to approach Radha Krishna. Okay? Any question? So, thank you everybody for allowing me to serve all of you for last couple of days in Phoenix. Thank you. Any comments? Otherwise, I will ask question. If you will not ask us, not ask question. You see how much you heard. Yes.
Yes, sir. Quick question regarding the personality of Nityananda. Nityananda Prabhu, as you were beautifully describing how he was waiting on the what was this grace part of him being Avadhuta, that you pick up anything from anywhere?
Avadhuta, the part of Avadhuta. He was Avadhuta. He was not with the external world. He was always external.
He just picked up anything.
Yeah. Avadhuta, how they, whatever, they are just in their own world, we can say. But spiritual. Any other question? Any comments? Okay, so have a nice Yatra, and after that, of course, Gaur Purnima is coming now. Watch it, and other things. All festival time, spring time, festival. Thank you again. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, everyone. Please have space. You can move forward. People coming in at the back might be more comfortable for the latecomers to join. Thank you so much. So once again, gratitude, deep gratitude to His Grace Bhadra Prabhu for visiting Phoenix and spending so many days with us. Really appreciate his association and really wonderful classes, nice pastimes of Lord Jagannath, and you discussed yesterday Lord Nityananda's Prabhu's appearance day and his pastimes. So thank you so much, Prabhu. Really appreciate it. We'll go ahead and recite Haribol. 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 Thank you so much. So I know that I'm a bit late. This evening's kirtan is dedicated to the soul of the Kashmir region. So please make sure you participate. We have kirtan after the announcements while we are going to be honoring Prasadam because we are running a bit late. But actually the whole program today was dedicated to the lives by the soldiers in the Kashmir region recently. So please pray for them and their families. We have 3 sponsors today. I'd like to call this to receive Maha garlands. So we have Ankur and Parul Agarwal celebrating their son Kana's birthday. Is the family here? No? Okay, they might be running late. They had a small get together at their home. We have also a cake for them also. Please give them a big hand for sponsoring this event, please. Then we have Anand Ajamani. They are celebrating Ishan's birthday. Please come and receive Mahaprasad. And this is cake for them also to be cutting.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
And then last day is Abhinav and Aksha. They're also celebrating a birthday. If the family is here, please come and receive Mahaprasad. Abhinav and Aksha. They're not here either. Please give them a big hand for sponsoring this evening's. We'll catch up with them later on with their Mahaprasad and so once again, we'd like to remind you about the Rath Yatra, but before I do that, we have one more festival before the Rath Yatra festival coming up. On the 23rd, which is next Saturday, they're going to be observing the appearance of Bhakti Siddhanta Thakur. He is Srila Prabhupada's spiritual master, and the program is going to be from 11 to 1:30 next Saturday, which is the 23rd of February. So I know a lot of you are coming to volunteer, which is the following day. So you can just come in and stay over for the program, and then we can continue with our services after the celebration is over. So we'll be fasting till noon. Those of you observe that particular appearance day. We'll fast till noon, and then we'll have a program. We'll be celebrating appearance of Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Thakur. He's the spiritual master of Srila Prabhupada. And next Sunday, there will be no Sunday Peace program. We're going to be having a Rath Yatra at Kiwani's Park, which is about 10 minutes from here. And the parade is going to be from 10:30 to 11:30. We intend to be back at the park at around 11:45. So at 12 o'clock, we'll have Arati, and then we'll have a cultural program. So the parade is going to start and finish at Kiwani's Park. Last time when we had the Rath Yatra, we started somewhere else. We parked our cars at another place. Here we're going to park our cars at the Kiwani's Park. It's going to be at the Ruben Romero Ramada, which is at Mill and All America Way. So that's where you'll be coming into the park. We're going to parade from Ramada, and you're going to go to All America Way, north of Mill, and then you're going to turn around and come back to All American Way and to the park. We'll be parking our cars in that area. There's a lot of parking. If you are running late, please use Guadalupe rather than Mill Avenue and Baseline to enter, because there might be roadblocks, because that's where the parade will be. So use Guadalupe entrance if you are, but the parade will start at 10:30 and finish at around 11:30. We hope to be setting up the altar by about 11:45 at the park, have the RFP, and then we will have a culture program that's going to begin with a magic show. We're going to have henna, face painting, and balloons for children. A lot of fun activities for children. We'll have a bouncy, and we'll have some craft activities, some other creative games and so forth at Kiwani's Park. It's going to be really nice array of food, spread of food, vegetarian food. There'll be a feast, a prasadam, and snacks and so forth available. We also have some beautiful, some wonderful exhibitions. Vendors, books, paraphernalia. So make sure you can, tell your friends and family that they have children. So there are a lot of fun activities for children, and adults have a lot of nice exhibitions and question and answer boards and so forth. You're welcome to bring prasadam there. More than that. And I have some sheets that I'm going to leave them up at the desk. You can sign up for any preparation that you'd like to bring. If you cannot bring any preparations, just bring dried fruits, because we use that all the time for the deities. So there are a lot of people who have signed up, and we appreciate people who have signed up for the boga items. And what we suggest is that since the parade is starting at 10:30, you bringing the prasadam at that time. Set up in the park from where the chariot is going to be to the altar set up. The devotee waiting there to take the from you. So you don't have to look after it, leave it. You can go on the parade hands-free. So there will be somebody to receive the board items starting at 9 o'clock at the altar tent in the park. So that's one important announcement. And then we also have some more sponsorships. If you like to see some of the flags, I have Manu and Nityananda Prabhu. Please see them and they can write you up. You will be seeing the on the chariot, and at the end of the parade, after the arati, or if you're not there, we bring the flags to the temple and you can collect your flag and some Mahaprasadam. So the flags with your names will come back to you either at the park or at the temple. And we really appreciate you sponsoring and helping us make this the best Rath Yatra ever. There's going to be a lot of kirtan and cultural programs. We have best dancers in the valley coming to perform really nice dances. I've looked at the schedule and it is out of this world. You're surely going to enjoy it. And we have some good kirtaniers coming from out of town. You all are probably familiar with Krishna Prasad Prabhu. He used to be at the temple several years ago. He's going to be kirtaniers. And then we also have some brahmacharis coming from San Diego and other kirtaniers from other places. So please come in the kirtan as well as the parade. And as you all know, we learned several times from Bhadra Prabhu, pulling the chariot, putting the ropes of the chariot. It's like bringing the Lord into your heart. So don't miss the opportunity to pull the cart during the parade. And we've got the chariot coming from Los Angeles. It's a beautiful chariot. And the deities are coming from North Carolina. They're 36-inch deities, really beautiful deities. So come and take darshan and pull the cart and spread the good word around your friends and family also. I think that's all. Please visit our website for our ongoing programs such as yoga and music classes, our book reading during the week at 7 o'clock, our Srimad Bhagavatam classes in the morning, and our conference call chanting and one verse a day. We read one verse of Srimad Bhagavatam every day in the morning from 5:55 to 6:15, and the details on our website and the Facebook. Thank you so much. Any questions there? Does anybody have any questions regarding that? There will be no Sunday Feast program next week. We are looking for help at the park, especially who cannot walk and will not be able to participate in the parade. We'd like them to come and help us look after our tents while we are on for an hour while we are on the parade. So any people who cannot participate in the parade, we'd really appreciate your help to sit in some of the tents and exhibits while we are on the parade. So because we have set up around 1 o'clock, so we need help from people who will not join us on the parade, but will be at the park. Thank you so much. So we have the kirtan, and please form one line for blessings when Prabhu is ready for giving the blessing. Until then, please be seated. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna. We'll go ahead and recite the Prasada prayers while we're waiting for the kirtan to set up. Go ahead.
Mahaprasade Govinda Namo Mani Vaishnami Swapunya Mutamajan Vishwasaya Bhajaiti Sharira Vidyaja Yode Siyata Heka Vale Vishisagare Hare Madhya Jiva Gopamaya Sudam Kathina Samsare Krishna Bhadadoyamai Hari Bare Bhajan